stand up, all the pressure it goes to your feet. It's much harder when the person is pushing your leg. Usually it takes like a very, very few seconds. So if you want to keep a close guard, you have to keep the person down. Every time they stand up, then you have like a few seconds left because, most likely if you cannot maybe sweep or something, they will open your guard. So you have to, try to do the maximum to keep him down. Don't let him stand up. To let the person stand up, it's not a mistake because it's a big achievement for the person on top. After that, you have a few seconds left, to be honest. So first step, keep him down. So it shouldn't be too hard to keep the person, to stop him open your guard and down, because there's one thing that he needs one arm straight on your chest. The whole time the person is your close guard, he should have either right or left. He's usually the person's strongest arm. So let's say most people are right arm, so that the right arm is straight on your chest. So that means they can only use one arm either to push your leg down or to go in between your legs. That you can, you can try to break it. So when they stand up, then it's different. Then, they get much stronger. So let's get started. So, with a person both knees on the floor, you have to make it impossible for them to open your guard. It has to be impossible. Because one thing that you have to realize, anyone's legs is stronger than anyone's arms. So when they try to push the leg down or to go behind, either his own leg is undermined. With both knees, if he doesn't remove that leg, he's pushing mine on top of his. It's extremely difficult. It should be impossible. So first he needs that. The one thing that you have to have very strong is to pull the person to yourself. You need to bring him to constantly, this movement, you bring with your guard closed, you pull the person in. This movement is extremely important because that's how you bring the person close to you. Not by pulling with your arms, it's pulling with your legs. You're much stronger because I'm using my core and my legs to pull him. I'm 10 times as strong as anything my arms can generate here. It's my legs bring him. See, that movement to pull the person close to you. So that means he cannot remove his arm off my chest because I'm constantly pulling. So one arm he can only use to keep the distance between us. Because if I pull, he comes close to me. Now look, he's on the range of me to attack. Arms, most of my attacks, they will come when he's close to me. If he wants to defend himself, he needs to stay away. So I'm trying to pull with that space. Look, I cannot reach his neck. Now it's much harder for me to attack. But that means he only has one arm now to push against my leg. And for him to generate any power to push my leg, because anyone's leg is way stronger than anyone's arms. So for the person to generate enough power to be able to open your guard when they're pushing, he needs to remove his legs from underneath mine. They have to, otherwise it's just a waste of time. So that leg has to go back. He can either slide with the knee, or sometimes they step on the floor. Either way, look, there's nothing in them. So now they can push. And I'm trying to pull, look, so now he's way stronger. He can maybe open my guard, pushing the leg down, or he can go behind. He can go with the arm inside and go for the underpass. So for him to get that, so we start again. So for him to get it, see that his body is square to me. So he needs to turn his body slightly sideways. He has to. He needs to go far away from me. There's nothing he can do to stop my movement, to push myself closer. And we can do this all day long. So when he does that, I'm going to lift my hips off his leg. I'm going to push to the side. And then I'm just going to bring my top body with it. And I can do that as many times as I can. With that leg up, If I can reach that leg with my arm inside, he's gone. Now I sweep it. We already know that his arm has to stay in my chest. Once his other leg goes up, when you bring your body in front of him again, if you hold the arm, if you touch that leg, he's gone. They cannot defend. If you try to do that with the person both knees on the floor, my weight is centralized in the middle of my body. So my weight is between my legs. Once I bring my one leg up, my weight goes, see that leg is right underneath me. It's much easier now for me to get swept, especially with mine. If your arm is there, they grab that leg. You're holding the arm, you touch that leg, he's gone. There is no defense for that. It's extremely, extremely difficult for the person not to get swept. So any experienced fighter, the moment that you bring your body in front of him anymore, when you change the angle, once you bring your body here, they will reset. They will not keep the leg up, because if they do, they get swept. So that way, it's very extremely difficult for the person on top to generate any angle to be able to push the leg over in the back. It's very hard. And then there's nothing else for me to do on my knees, because I cannot just push